वनचारी
यमुनतीरवनचारी
यमुनतीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी
जय राधा
माधवा कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमाई जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रमाई जय सुदर्शना
जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे
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 जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन 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 राधे
जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे
जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे
जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिताय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Prabhupada, Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Prabhupada, Gurudev, Prabhupada. Yom Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Shrimat Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Yom Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Shrimat Bhaktivedanta Swami Goswami Maharaj Ki
Jai.
Kandaguri Vaishnava Ki
Jai.
Amachardas Thakur Ki
Jai.
Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Adhikar Shivasami Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki
Jai.
Thy Go Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
All glories of some devotees. All
Hare
glories of some
Krishna.
devotees. All
Hare
glories of some
Krishna.
devotees.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Vadresh Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Tacha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamadine Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangri Mukam Karoti Vachadam Pangam Langhayade Girim Yatkravatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinadarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramanandamadavam. Hare Krishna. A reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, and today's verses 6, 7, 8, and 9. So read text 6. Yathagashastito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tada sarvani bhutani matstani tyubharaya. Yathagashastito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tada sarvani bhutani matstani tyubharaya. Yathagashastito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानित्यवधारया. You can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yatagashastiro nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhudani matsani di ubadharaya. Hare Krishna.
Right. Like Maharaja, you have a book with you?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vayu sarvatra gomaha tada sarvani mudani matstani udaraya.
Right. Like, see that after you can read the translation.
Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. Hare Krishna.
Right. Verse 7. Sarvabhutani kaunteya pragatim yanti mamigam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado visujamyaham. Sarvabhutani kaunteya pragatim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado visujamyaham. Sarvabhutani kaunteya pragatim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado visujamyaham. Yes. Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sarva bhudani kaundeya praकृतिं yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punasthani कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Visajamiham.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sarvabhutani kaunteya pragritim yanti mamigam kalpachaye punastani kalpadau visrijamyaham. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. The translation also.
O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Hare Krishna.
Right. Text 8. Pragatim Swamavishthabhya Visarjami Puna Puna Mudagramamimam Kutsnam Avasham Pragade Vasha Pragatim Swam Avashtabhya Visarjami Puna Puna Mudagramamimam Kutsnam Avasham Pragade Vasha Pragatim Swam Avashtabhya Visarjami Puna Puna Budagramamimam Kritsnam Avasham Pragrervasha. See that, Dr. Maji?
Hare Krishna. Pragritim swama vashtabhya visrijami puna puna bhudagramamimam krishnam avasham pragride vashad. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, Maji, Prabhu, we can read the verse. Yes, Prabhu, can read the verse. Okay, Vaikari.
Hare Krishna. Pragatim samavashtapyam visrijami punah bhudagramamimam krishnam
Avasham Pragrervasha.
പറഞ്ഞു അതെ അവിടുന്ന് സ്റ്റാലിനെ വിളിച്ചു അവര് ട്രെയിനിലാണ്.
Right. Sridhar, you can read the translation.
The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Text 9. Nachamam tani bhu karmani nibadnandi dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnadi dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnadi dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Yes, Siddhartha Karani.
Hare Krishna. Nachamam tani karmani nibadhranti dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Hare Krishna.
Correct. Vaikari Maji.
Hare Krishna. Nachamam tani karmani nibadhranti dhananjaya udasina vadasina namastada eshu karmasu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Right. Siddhartha Karani can read the translation.
O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmeridam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadamigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadagamadam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadhuidam Sadhudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lilida Shivishaghanvidamscha Ek Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Goviga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabana Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubhasya Sindhu Vyevacham Vedanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnavadaya Krishnavreshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminidhi Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarne Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravatrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Yadagashasthido Nityam Vayu Sarvatra Gauvahan Tada Sarvani Bhutani Astani Tibadharaya. As a mighty wind blowing everywhere, always rests in eternal ethereal space. Know that in the same manner all beings rest in me. Hare Krishna. So Krishna, in these 7 verses from 4 to 10, is describing his almighty powers, which is creating, sustaining, and destroying this world, along with his living entities or the external bodies of the living entities. So this is really wonderful. Only Krishna is able to do it. That's why he's so great. God is always great. And how great he is explained in terms of creation. Janmadi Ado, and creation, maintenance, and destruction. As far as the material world is concerned, for all people, all the spiritual people, all the scientists, they are very interested in knowing the working of this nature, the working of this material world. So many people think about how this world has come into being, how this life has originated. All these things can find a lot of discussions in philosophy as well as in science. Starting Rig Veda also starts with this question: how this world came into existence? Who was there at the time of creation? So when the world comes into existence, some kind of hypothetical theory, sometimes the scientists, for example, they will say that the universe was very small in the beginning, and then it started expanding. We saw like a dot, then it started expanding, and it's continuing to expand. And they formulate so many planets are there. They try to figure out how many planets are there, what are the dimensions, what is the space, what is the time factor. All those things try to work out, but even in their calculations or in the explanations of how world came, the starting point is that there was a universe in the beginning. It was very small. So that cannot explain how the small universe came into existence. So you can see that all scientific theory, basically you can see that this is starting point is a hypothesis. This is hypothesis. But we call it faith. We say that in beginning Krishna was there. And Krishna, through his energy, created all this magnificent, opulent universes, along with his 84 species, lakhs of species, all the mountains, the hills, the seas, rivers, lakes, mines, gardens, the living entities, aquatics, the trees, the plants, the reptiles, the birds, animals, everything is created. And that is very clearly explained in our Vedas or Vedic scriptures rather. Srimad Bhagavatam explains it in detail, and so many other Puranas also explain this creation. Based on the starting point of the universe, scientists, they talk about the Big Bang theory and evolution theory. Then they try to do this Big Bang theory and evolution theory. But we should always remember that the starting point is based on hypothesis. So if that is based on hypothesis, how they can bring them proof or evidence? Because theirs is a direct perception, only direct. And we have this pramanas or evidences. They rely mostly on pratyaksha pramana, a direct experience. While the spiritualists, we have also so many pramanas. You have Anumana, Shabda, like that, Aidihya, so many 10 pramanas are there, but basically the leading spiritualists, Vaishnavas, Advaitins, they all follow this Shabda pramana. And if you go into this Shabda Pramanas scriptures, you'll find this creation. And here, Krishna is explaining, in short, that creation process, the creation process, the maintenance and destruction process. From verses 16 to 20 in the 8th chapter, this was also discussed while discussing the spiritual and material universes. Here, the topic was the material and spiritual universes. How the material universe is temporary and always facing destruction, while the spiritual world is eternal. Now here, in these 6-7 verses, Krishna is talking only about the material universe. He's not mentioning spiritual universe. Because for living entities trapped in this material universes, conditioned souls, they should very clearly understand the nature of their conditioning, the nature of this material universe. Of course, some information was given of the spiritual universe, we should inspire them to aspire for that. Now here, the same idea is, then we talk, and now in the 8th chapter, the material universe was mentioned, but it was not mentioned as a creation by Krishna. It was not explained like that. It's just in the day of Brahma, and the living entities come, and the night of Brahma, the living entities disappear, and again the next day of Brahma, again living entities come. Like that is also okay. Now here Krishna is saying he is a cause for that. That is the difference between the 8th and 9th chapter. 8th chapter simply mentions all these things, but in the 9th chapter, Krishna directly mentions that I am the cause for this. I am doing everything. So the purpose is to inspire a feeling of greatness for Krishna, which will inspire devotion. So Krishna starts with fourth chapter, the fourth verse. Maya tadayanam sarvam jagat avyaktamutina vastani sarabhudani naham ches shavastida. Then he says, Nachamam Matsani Budani Pashyame Yogameshram Buddha Brinna Buddhastho Mamatma Buddha Bhavana. He says, all living entities are resting in me. I am not resting in them. Which means I am the cause for these material universes and living entities, and they are not my cause. Which means to say, Prakriti is an effect of Krishna. Krishna is a cause. And Krishna is mentioning that Prakriti is not my cause. Many philosophers, including the scientists, they hold that Prakriti is topmost and Prakriti is everything, and Prakriti, from Prakriti only everything comes. But here Krishna says very clearly, Matsani Sarabhodani Naham Teshavastida. I am not situated in them. Everything is situated in me only, which means I am the starting point. Everything is resting on me, depending on me. I am not depending on them. We are talking of dependence. Naturally, the origin is a Ashraya and the subsequent persons of Ashida. They are depending on the origin. The origin never depends on the followers or that which came later or the created. Creator is not depending on the created. The created is depending on the creator. If the creator is a cause for this creator. Like in our family life, you can see the father is there and sons are there. Father is a cause of sons, and sons are not the cause of father. Sons are dependent on father, and father is not dependent on sons. Like that, Krishna says, yes, I'm the creator, and they are dependent on me. I'm producing, I'm maintaining, and I'm doing everything that is required for the creation, maintenance, and destruction of these living entities. And the next verse is that I am not directly involved. Nachamatsani sarvan budani pashyame yogameshura. Buddha, I am the protector, Buddha. Buddha sto, Buddha is situated in me. Buddha sto. The Buddha Nacha Buddha sto. I am the protector of the Buddhas. I am not depending on them. Nacha Buddhas, I am not situated in this one. I am not situated in the cosmic manifestation. I am maintaining this without being situated in this cosmic manifestation. That is the meaning. Without being present in this cosmic manifestation, I am maintaining these living entities. How? Mamatma Bhuta Bhavana, by my will only. So by my will only, although I am not present, nacha Buddhasto, although I am not present in this cosmic manifestation, I am maintaining these living entities. How? That is an example. He gives an example in this verse 6, which are under discussion now. Ethāgāsha sthita nityam vayu sarvatrago mahan. So you have that spaces, say, or sky, or space, Inside the space are the other elements. And among other elements, wind or air is the most subtle and most pervading. Wind or air can go anywhere. Water and fire cannot spread itself. Air can go anywhere. Air is all pervading. And it's why Sabatrago Mahan. It is mentioned that mighty. Mahan means mighty. Air is mighty. The wind is mighty. It's blowing everywhere. All over the universe is blowing. But it is blowing within the space only. It cannot cross a space. It cannot cross a sky. It is contained within the space only. Although air is very mighty and can spread anywhere, it is limited by this, or it is within this sky only. Same way, though living entities are there, so many living entities are there, millions and millions and crores and trillions of living entities are there, but they are situated in me. So just like the space permits all the atoms to travel anywhere it wants, same way the living entities, although they appear to be free or they appear to have come origin as it is, actually they are under his control, Krishna's control. For all persons, you can perceive that the wind is all very independent, it's blowing everywhere. Apparently, there seems to be no limit for the wind. Same way, it may look as if the living entities have come out naturally from this, from the nature. It may appear that the nature has produced these living entities, but it is not so. It is actually resting in Krishna only. That is understood. That is a meaning. Because all this nature, the nature is working under me only. Although the nature may look to be very great, just like the wind is very great, but it is within the space. The nature, many aspects of nature, the heat giving or power giving sun, wind giving air, rain giving, so many things are, whatever that is being manifested in nature, it is within the control of Krishna. They are acting as per instructions of Krishna. It is not they are acting haphazardly or as a wish. No. The sun moves within its orbit in a very specified manner, in a very specified speed. Sun doesn't move just like that. It's a clear-cut specification of movement of sun, movement of moon. Every movement is controlled. Although it may not be apparent or not be very visible within the nature, because Krishna is not within the nature. He's a Nachama Buddhastha. He's not within nature. He's not within his manifestation. All those manifestations coming from me, Krishna is not in manifestation, but he is indirectly controlling everything through these agencies. Although you may look like as if this sun, moon, everything may appear to be independent, but they're not independent. They are acting simply as per his will. So Srila Prabhupada is quoting many Upanishads, which says that wind, moon, everything is acting under instruction of Krishna. They act out of fear of Krishna. The fear of Krishna means as for the will of Krishna. So this means that after creation is done by Krishna by producing that elements for creation, the 24 elements. After elements are created, then is no longer in connection with this universe. Everything undertaken by all its expansions. Brahma is doing the creation, secondary creation, and maintenance is done by so many demigods under his superintendence. The maintenance is done by so many demigods. So, next verse, Krishna explains it. The evidence, how this, is giving proof how they are dependent on Krishna. Sarvabhudani kaunteya pragatim yanti mamigam kalpat shepanastani kalpado visajamyaham. The son of son of Kundi, at the end of millennium, every material manifestation enters into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, my potency I again create. So the same verse is repeated and is given before in the 8th chapter. Udagramam sarvam, like that. That verse is say. Sevayam bhuta bhuta praliyade yatriyagame avashapartha pravandi aharagame. So again, this is repeated here. But here, the noted point is aham. I am doing this. In the 8th verse, Krishna is not directly speaking like that. He says that this is something happening like that. But in 9th verse, he is mentioning very clearly that I am doing this. Sarabhudani kaunteya pragatim yanti mamigam. Mamigam, he says, come mamigam. Up to me only. Kalpashe punastani kalpadu visajamyam. So everything enters me at the time of destruction and at the time of second creation, next round of creation. Again, they come out of me only. So me here it actually means Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So all that living entities, and at the end of Kalpa, here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions the Kalpa as not exactly as millennium, but at the end of life of Brahma. When Brahma, after living for 100 years, about 311 trillion earthly years, when Brahma dies, there's a major destruction is there, Pralayam is there, and everything gets wound up and bound up in Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And again, it comes out when the next Brahma is appearing. So you can see that in pralayas, in destructions also, there are phased manner. Destruction is done in a phased manner. Some are temporary like that. I mean, within the Kalpa, at the end of Kalpa, a small time destruction is there. But at the end of life of Brahma, a major destruction is there, a major pralaya. At the time, all the universes, including that Brahma, Loga, everything gets stuck into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And the next round comes out again with the new Brahma. I mean, under why is the living entities just like that? They are getting created, again they go back, again they are coming out, then again going back, going in a cycle. Cannot they do anything about this? Krishna says no. The 8th verse, Pragadim Swamavishtabhya Visirjami Puna Puna Bhudagrama Krishnam Avasham Pragadir Vashas. Very clearly says that the whole cosmic order is under me. By my will, it is manifested again and again, and by my it is inherited at the end. And these living entities are very helpless. They are helpless. They have continuously been created and destroyed. Of course, this is due to the usage of their wrong usage of their willpower or their free will. The idea is that when they are within this material universe, they are powerless and helpless. They cannot dictate when I want to take my birth, in which species I want to take my birth. They have absolutely no jurisdiction in that area. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Karmana Deva Netrena Jandu Deho Vadyade. Living entities get their body by his karma and by Deva Netrena, by Supreme of Krishna. So that means once you have done your karma, you have the free will to do your karma, but that reaction for that karma, what should be the reaction, how it will be displayed, and what time it will be mature, all these things are decided by Krishna only. We can only do the karma only, as per our wish. So the 18th chapter, we can mention the Viparita or Anyaya or Anyaya. Nyaya means according to the instruction of Krishna, if you're doing this and so on, naturally, you're happily placed. Krishna will take you out of this. But if that is the other way, and we are not heeding to instructions, then naturally we are doing our karma according to our, and Krishna will put us in this, continue to put us in this nature. Once I remember a few years ago, when we were discussing this with one of our cousins in this there was on WhatsApp in mails. There's a group in the mail, and what he was saying that he belongs to Chinmaya school. He says that we are more powerful. I'll do my karma. Then, if it is against me, it is going up in. I'll try my best. I'll complete capacity. I'll try to revert that or change that. What he was trying to tell was that he is doing some karma, and suppose the result is not to his liking, then he says that he will try his best to change that, to alter that. I said, absolutely, you have no jurisdiction on this. You can do karma. Karma neva dhyaraste. You can do the karma on no bhaleshu. This reaction, what will be the reaction and how you should undergo these reactions decided by Krishna only. At that point of time, you can, no, this is not what I like in this body, I don't like. This kind of placement, I don't like. You have to change that. No, you cannot change that. That is here it is called avashaha, helpless. We can only decide and do the job and do the work and do the karma, but you cannot decide what should be the result. So as long as you are languishing this material, you have to continue to undergo this cycle. So this is arranged by Krishna because he is doing everything. Then then what happens? Then Krishna will also be involved. This is a karma he's doing. Then Krishna will also have coming reactions will be there. And Krishna says no. The next verse: Nachamam tani karmani nibuddhanti dhananjaya udasinavat asinam asaktam teshu karmasu. No, all this work cannot bind me. Because I'm outside this system. Chadurvanyam maya system, guna karma vibhaga shaha, tasya kartana bijamam, vidhi agarta avyayam. Because Krishna is not changing his position when he is doing all this creation. He is not changing his situation, or he is not changing at all or moving at all from where he is firmly situated, and he is situated in his internal potency only. He is situated firmly in his internal potency, and he is doing all these creations without getting really into this creation, coming into a creation. So that means his nature will not change. Unchanging nature, avyaya. So the creation is done for the benefit of others. It's not creation is not done for his benefit or his interest. That is understanding. Because there was a need for this creation of universe, not desired by Krishna. Krishna is doing this creation. So he's not involved in this creation. He gives Srila Prabhupada gives an example of a judge sitting in the court. So many cases are coming in the court, and the judge has to give his verdict or judgment on each and every case. So in some cases, punishments are given out. In some cases, rewards are given. Different people, different awards or verdicts. But the judge is not bound by his verdicts or his judgment. Your judgment is done purely on the matter facts only, an objective way. So he's not bound by that. He's not responsible. Same way, Krishna is not responsible, because it may appear that the immediate cause, the remote cause is creation is Krishna, but the immediate cause is a karma done by these living entities, including up to Brahma. The immediate cause is the karma. The remote cause is a award given by Krishna. So living entities can only discharge or do action, or can aspire that, but the quality of this aspiring, whether they want to continue in this material world independent of Krishna, or they want to surrender to Krishna, is their decision. And Krishna has got nothing to do with that decision also. So he's completely detached. In modes of creation, is Krishna is detached. He doesn't interfere with the free will of living entities also. So Krishna is totally detached. And if he is totally detached, the work is not affecting him. Udasinavat, indifferent. He appears to be indifferent, which means that he has no may look that he has any desires. You can be indifferent or detached if there is no desire. But the idea is that it appears as if he has desire, no desires. Actually, he has desires also, but that desire is in spiritual desires. That desire can see Krishna, Srila Prabhupada quotes from Brahma Samhita here. Because he has got desires, he wants to enjoy along with his devotees His enjoyment is completely in the spiritual world, in Goloka. So there he is not Udasina, he is very active there. He is Udasina when he is acting in the material platform for the benefit of, for the purpose of the living entities, the fallen living entities. So therefore, Krishna has got no connection with the dualities that is there in this material world. Although it may appear that he is connected, but he's not connected. But the living entities, they take the different forms in various pieces of life according to your past deeds. And in their decision, which attracts this award, Krishna is not interfering. So this is how Krishna has explained to Arjuna how this creation is being done, how he is pervading everything, and all these things are explained because that will generate what inspiration, greatness, and that is give inspiration for devotion service to Krishna, trying to render devotion service to Krishna because he's so great, trying to develop a relation. So the idea is to develop that bhakti. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow will be Bhagavad Gita Malayalam, and then Wednesday you'll have again English class. So, thank you very much. So, Vikrimaji, if you want, can render Allah Sankirtan. Vaikari.
Hare Krishna.
Can chant Narsingh Kirtan.
No.
You know it by heart?
Yes. Yes.
And then you can do.
Namaste.
Fine. Okay, Siddhartha Kuni can do that. Her voice is not very strong.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadadayine Hiranyakashiporvachaha Shilatanga Nakalaye Ito Narsimha Parado Narsimha Yedo Yami Tado Narsimha Bahe Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prabhade Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanubringa Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Narsimhadev Jayo Narsimhadev Jayo Narsimhadev Jayo Narsimhadev Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada.
Siddha Bhakti Vinashakari Srinath Sundev Bhagwan ki Jai. Vaishnava Krishna Jai.
Ugram Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham Sri Narsimha Jai Jai Sri Narsimha Praladesha Jai Padma Mukha Padma Bringa Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmani Hare Adbhuta Singhaya Brahmane Paramatmane.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpadravascha.
Sarvesya Kripasindhuveccha Paridanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananda Koti Vaishnava